Hello and welcome to the first episode of what we are calling Yoga, Chocolate, and Chit Chat with Melanie and Janet. So, hi, I'm Janet Gallo-Markowski, the owner of Pearl Yoga and Fitness.
Hi, I'm Melanie Flager, and I'm one of the instructors here and also a student here at Pearl Yoga and Fitness.
So we decided to take our often candid, deep conversations that we have onto the camera to share with you guys because, we think that a lot of what we talk about would resonate with not just our community, but anybody that is interested in yoga. And, we reserve the right to talk about anything because that's usually what happens, right? So we'll start in one place, one direction, and then we'll somehow end up talking about some other topic. But it's nonetheless hopefully insightful. Really what we want and our mission here is to share the enthusiasm we have for the current work that we do, the current place we are in our lives, and also to learn from you guys as well as each other with regards to things that are important to our clients, our community, and just middle-aged women in general, right? Because that's where we're at. So, and now there's been no script here. So everything you're hearing is completely candid, completely unscripted. We haven't had any time to talk to each other about what we're going to say with regards to our first topic. And I selected something that I thought would be a little easy, a little softball for the first episode, which is what happens when you miss yoga, right? So my first thought was, does that really happen to people? Like, do you really miss yoga class? Because, I've definitely not gone to work in order to make a yoga class. If I've had to miss yoga on a Thursday night for some reason, then I'm looking for a class that I can take Friday morning, and then I'm telling work I'll be in at noon.
Right. It's true. What happens when I miss yoga class? I feel I'm like I have, what do they call it? FOMO. Okay. I just learned that. Fear of missing out. I feel like, what? They're doing yoga class without me? And then I feel it's such a part of my daily life and my daily weekly routine that I feel like when I miss it, I'm like, I get like mad. I get sad. I'm like, this isn't right. This isn't what's supposed to happen.
And can we clarify who is they? They're doing yoga without me. Who's they?
The community here at Pearl is doing yoga without me. But most of the time, no. I'm going to be very totally honest. We are very codependent on each other.
Factual.
So when Janet is not in class and there's a sub, I like it. And when I'm not in a class,
thank you.
I know she feels like, what? You're not, we actually have.
That is true. Like there's a form that Melanie has to have. Like if her family or friends need her during a day and time that she takes yoga, which comprises like 75% of her life.
Yes.
I'm like, there's a form that they need to fill out that needs to be approved that if they want your time off, because I am so used to her being at the left side of me every time I teach. And when I know she's not going to be there, it's just different, right? It's a change of pace. And I'm like,
it is.
I'll be all right. Everything will be fine.
But we do feel that way. But I also feel that I do miss the community here at Pearl. I miss seeing everyone's face. I miss the other students when they're not here, because that someone's usually there and someone's usually there. But you get so addicted and dependent on it that it becomes like your stress reliever at the end of the day. Like, no matter what else happened, I know I'm coming to yoga and I'm going to see Janet and I'm going to see this one, I'm going to see that one. And when you don't have that, for me, it's like there's something really missing there.
Oh no, yeah. So when I was an avid practitioner, and by that I mean when I was an avid practitioner first, a client to studios and such, I used to have set days that I made it to yoga class 2 to 3 times a week. And in all, reflecting on that, when I didn't go, I started to feel pain, like physical pain. Like the reason I would go and stick to that routine is because I needed the yoga to not feel like the stress. It's almost like if I didn't go, I don't want to say it was like withdrawals, but yoga for me was like such a strong coping mechanism for stress and feeling good that if I didn't go, I knew that the next day I would be in just physical discomfort until I got to yoga class, until I was able to breathe and relax again. And there is a scientific basis for this, right? So this is, even though it's anecdotal and I experienced it, 1 hour a week for 8 weeks makes physiological changes to the body of yoga in ways that helps people with stress, also brain changes that help you have more empathy. They've shown gray matter increases. They've shown the amygdala, your fight, flight, or freeze response part of the brain does shrink. So, I mean, there are definitely scientific support for what we experience when we do miss it. So then I was driven more by the physical feelings, whereas now I also share with you that whole missing. And and then I also feel like as a teacher, when you miss your class,
Yes.
like it's also the same thing as being a teacher. If I miss teaching, if I have to get a sub or something, I am definitely
you don't like it.
I feel like I missed a part of my life.
Yes, you do. You feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing that night, is helping, seeing your community, making everyone else feel good, right? For me, it's both. It's the physical, where I feel like every day, I never thought I would get to the point in my life where I would say I need to move, because that wasn't me. But I do need to move every day. But it's also that a lot of it is that mental, that. And even when I'm tired, and even when like you just really don't feel like coming sometimes, that when you come here, halfway through, you forgot all of that you weren't going to come. And even if you just sit and you're halfway in it, right? So I can't go full in it, or I just want to sit in child's pose, whatever. Just knowing that this place is here is so, like, it's just a good feeling. It just makes you feel good.
No, I agree. Yeah. I agree. And I think a huge part of being in yoga class is being disconnected from the rest of the world. So when I'm teaching, when I'm taking class, the time is passing, and that time I might have been waiting for an email, a text, making plans, and now it's like the time is passing and I'm enjoying it, and I'm not drawn to my phone, which is a big deal to me. So, I mean, I think other people feel that as well, that when you're in yoga class, because of the etiquette, where you don't have your phone, or if you do, it's nearby and it's on silent, nobody can hear it, because God forbid it goes off in class, everybody's going to be like, who is that? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like a big faux pas in yoga class. Is your phone going off? So for me, it's also, even when I'm teaching, it's an hour of just like not thinking about whatever it was that maybe I'm concerned about, or whatever.
So it was like, it's nice to have an hour a day to not like scroll, right? Think about
that's it.
And sometimes when I leave here after my phone is off, I forget to turn it back on.
Never happens to me.
It never happens to her, but it has happened to me. So sometimes too, that's nice, because then all of a sudden,
I don't know what that's like.
Like, I'm like, oh, I got a few emails, but it's like, okay, the world didn't stop, right? I didn't answer my emails, the world didn't stop.
Right.
So,
well, a lot for me would be the opposite, which is, like, whoa, the world didn't stop. Like, I come to a place of like, wow, Nothing happened while I was gone.
Yes.
Like, that's a good thing,
It's
you know?
okay.
So whereas
Yes.
you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's,
Unless
really
it's Janet messaging me because then we have to answer each other.
totally, and
We have to
With
message
that-
each other.
with that, I'm also going to mention how many years your schedule has pretty much been the same.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty much been the same. And yet going to your phone after class sometimes,
Yes.
and you're like, does my family not
Yes,
know what I
I
do?
do.
Every Monday and Wednesday for the past 4 years,
Yes.
I'm teaching at 6:30 to 7:30, and I'll still get something from my husband, like, do you want me to
Yes.
pick you up something from ShopRite?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what have I been doing for the past 4 years? And I love you, Daryl, I do.
Yes.
But yeah, nobody
Yes.
knows your schedule, right?
Yeah, they don't. They don't. Even if I say, like, it's like, oh, I was calling you at 6:15 on Tuesday night. I'm like, yeah, I was here getting ready for my class. I had already turned my phone off. Oh, that's
Or
right.
I told you I was teaching today.
Yes.
I told you I was teaching tonight.
Yeah, they forget.
I said.
They don't.
Nobody cares.
And they
Nobody
don't
really
understand.
cares. They ask, but they don't.
No, and they don't understand that it's so important to us. Like, right? So yogis sometimes get like all the memes and stuff of all the yogis. We're all doing all our, like, people do not understand that that's your time. That is your time. It's your time to unplug, to do something for yourself. So, like, that's
It's not
my
a
time.
chore.
Right.
It's not a chore.
No.
It's
Like
sacred.
yes.
It
Because I
is
get
sacred.
I get people that are like, you taught 3 yoga classes in one day? You're crazy. And I'm like, no, it felt so good. So it's like, they don't understand that it's not a chore, that it's what we need to do.
Or it's work.
It's work.
So
It's my job.
Even though, it's a labor of love.
Yes,
Right?
it
We'll
is.
call it, so it doesn't feel like work.
It doesn't
it's
feel
still
like
hi, like, I'm with clients.
Yes.
I'm with humans. Therefore, they're in my care right now.
Yes.
And,
it's a
and
job.
that's what's kind of nice, too, is that you legitimately are in the moment and present. So you're not going to take phone calls.
No.
And you're not going to, that's why I think, and that's what makes it the connection so special. I agree with you.
Yes.
Is that, like, we all just kind of agree
Mhm.
that when you come in here, you're present.
Yes.
Yes.
And nobody's gonna be rushing for their phone. Nobody's caring about everybody's just like, there's no, I love too, there's no clock in the room.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows what time it is.
Yep. It's like a collective agreement.
Yes. That we're just going to all be.
Unless you got your smartwatch. I do see people every once in a while, they'll be like, checking their smartwatch, but we're not going to ban smartwatches in yoga class anytime soon because I wear mine. So, but it's true. It's true. So, I guess we'll wrap it up because, believe it or not, that was probably a good 10 minutes.
Wow.
And, we could do this for a really long time. And we actually plan on piloting this series of, I wanted to call them vlogs, but I'm not really sure if that's the appropriate category to put them in. If you have a better category, go for it. Otherwise, we will be dropping a new one of these every Monday at noon. And so if you have a topic that you want us to talk about, you can message it, you can email it. I can't guarantee that we'll use it, but I can say that we would consider it, and we would love to know what it is that you would like to hear our particular thoughts on. Since we're going to be chatting anyway, we might as well make it available for people to chime in and be a part of the conversation. So, thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.